Greetings, Top Hat Runner here, and I just downloaded the Aftermath DLC, so I thought I'd give you all some first impressions and just kind of talk about the game for any of the people who might be on the fence about whether they want to buy this or not. I actually am having a lot of fun on Aftermath, and when DICE originally announced the 4 DLCs they were going to make besides Back to Karkand, this was probably the one I was looking forward to most, just because the idea of fighting in almost like a post-apocalyptic kind of destroyed city setting, it sounded like it had some real potential for being a lot of fun. And I think that this DLC nails it pretty well. The only thing I really have against this is just kind of like Battlefield 3's vaulting, how it doesn't always work exactly how you want it to. I'm sure anyone who plays the game knows exactly what I'm talking about, but when there's all the rubble and whatnot there is on this map, that happens a lot. Yeah, you get stuck in spots where you're just trying to jump and nothing's happening. But other than that, it's a lot of fun. I'm playing some, what is it? Scavenger mode, that's it. Yeah, Scavenger. Which, it's really a lot of fun. I'm definitely enjoying Scavenger mode a lot. You spawn with pistols. You can pick whatever pistol you want from any of the ones you have unlocked, but you don't get any gadgets, you don't get anything besides that pistol. The weapons really are not hard to come by. There's a lot of them. They're not hidden. They're just kind of out in the middle of the open, as you'll see in this map. I mean, you only get like one magazine. I mean, anywhere between 1 to 3 magazines for any weapons you pick up, so you're having to switch between weapons you find on the ground. You're not just gonna like find one and stick with it the whole match, so it really does add something to the game in my opinion, because you're having to find new stuff. So I really like that a lot. The weapons, there's a set spot for all of the places the weapons spawn, but there is no set weapon for each spot. The spots are divided between levels 1, 2, and 3. The level 1s are the PDWs, the level 2s are shotguns and sniper rifles, level 3s are assault rifles, carbines, and LMGs. The crossbow might spawn at one of these levels, probably level 3. I don't know, I haven't found a crossbow on Scavenger yet. And I know some of you are probably going to want to see some crossbow gameplay, so I'm going to talk about the crossbow and have a little crossbow montage at the end of this video. Probably edit in a time you need to skip ahead to in the video onto the screen in case you just want to get to that. And another thing about the maps in this, what is it? Oh my god, I can't remember things today. Aftermath, yes, Aftermath. The Aftermath maps are nice and vertical, as you could see a little while back when I was on the 3rd story of that like escalator area. There's a lot of verticality to the maps, which I like that a lot. It adds more fun to it, especially because like no one ever looks up, so you just have to get up to a high spot. You can just sit there and shoot everyone, and no one really notices you. Now the maps they're really not big, but they're not small. They're kind of medium-sized maps. I would compare them to kind of like Scene Crossing, Grand Bazaar, which they're my favorite Battlefield 3 maps. They're perfect for console. It's not like Close Quarters, which a lot of people say the maps are too small, which they're actually really good on console because you don't have that many players. It's not, the maps aren't just huge like Armored Boredom. I call it Armored Boredom because I play on PS3 because I did not have a gaming computer when Battlefield 3 came out. I've only recently got a gaming computer. So yeah, PS3. And the big maps on Battlefield 3 are just so boring, like Caspian Boredom and Operation Boarstorm. I mean, you're lucky if you get 10 kills in an entire game of Conquest on those maps on console. It's ridiculous. But anyway, the size of these maps are absolutely perfect. They're just what I like, and I was hoping it would be more like Scene Crossing and whatnot. Now, I believe I mentioned the rubble. See, like the spot I'm in right now, I'm kind of trying to jump around, and it's just not. Oh, he had the crossbow. Where do you get the crossbow? Anyway, you'll be trying to jump around and stuff, and your guy will just get stuck in some spots, and you just won't be able to get where you go. It's not really that big of a deal if you know Battlefield 3 mechanics, but there'll be times when you're trying to walk forward, and you're just not going anywhere, and all that good stuff. But that probably just happens to me because I don't really play this game enough to memorize the mechanics I haven't played this game in like a week. I just got on it for the DLC. I'm still pretty good though. I don't know, I think I get like a 12 kill streak in this game. I also kind of feel like that last patch, or this recent patch I mean, that just came out with this DLC, DICE said it was going to help with the PS3's input lag. I feel like it really must have done something because my aim is just a lot better than it was the last time I played this game. So, yeah. I mean, I tried adjusting my TV settings and all that good stuff for the input lag, but it didn't seem to help. This patch, my aim is so much better than it used to be. And for strategy on these maps, or at least in Scavenger mode, I guess the best tip I can give you is just to spawn with your M93R. It really is pretty much the oh, no, don't. Oh, I really thought that guy was gonna knife me. That's the problem with going prone in this game. It's just, you get knifed so easily and there's not really much you can do about it. But, as I was saying, the M93R is easily the best performing pistol. The Magnum's fun, but the M93R, just, you can't beat that. I mean, you don't even care to pick up weapons off the ground half the time when you have the M93R, because it's just so good. And the other thing about these DLCs is, I guess you can just kind of play them similar to how you play any other Battlefield 3 maps. You can really do whatever you want. That's one of the things I like about this game, is you can do well at the game while rushing around, you can do well while playing more defensively, you can just kind of play whatever fits your playstyle. I'm rushing around a lot in this commentary. I'm probably a bit more than I usually rush around when I'm playing, mostly because, you know, I like to see that in commentaries, and I like my commentaries to be what I like to see. So yeah, I'm rushing around. And my final opinion on this DLC is, get it if you still like Battlefield 3. You know, if the map like I'm playing, if that looks like fun to you, the kind of verticality, the destroyed stuff, all the, you know, there's just so much stuff you can use for cover. If you're creative, you always have cover on these maps. But the thing is, you know, it's still Battlefield 3. There's still suppression, there's still all that stuff that can be really irritating. So, I mean, if you're done with Battlefield 3 and you never really want to play it again, don't get this DLC hoping that it will magically make you like the game again. If you're just, you know, you played it a lot, you're tired of all the old maps and you want some new scenery, definitely get this DLC. I really am having a lot of fun with it and playing it, because, you know, I take breaks, like week-long breaks from Battlefield 3 at a time, so it always kind of feels fresh and new to me whenever I come back. So that's why this game's still, you know, it's still fun, still interesting. You know, I still play other games too. And, you know, it's like I said earlier in the earlier in the video, these maps are, in my opinion, comparable to Scene Crossing, Grand Bazaar, the kind of medium-sized Battlefield 3 maps. So if you like those maps, if you like those two maps, I would just say that you'll probably like Aftermath a lot too. It's, you know, it's a fun DLC. I enjoy it. And I'm sure on YouTube you can see every aspect of Aftermath you'll ever want to see, because I'm just waiting for the Aftermath spam that I guess I'm a part of it. I don't really, you know, whatever. And I did play like 10 minutes of Rush earlier on of this day, because I actually did play this DLC for like 2 hours before I made this video, or at least 2 hours, as much as I could before my parents started to use the television. And, you know, Rush was a lot of fun. Kind of reminded me of Grand Bazaar Rush. It wasn't really choke pointy. It's kind of like, I don't know how to describe it. The map did have like 3 kind of narrow passageways, but, you know, there were just so many passageways that they didn't really get too clogged. It could just be PS3's low player count, but, I mean, it seemed open enough to not be like Operation Metro, but kind of closed enough to still be fun. So I did enjoy the few minutes I spent playing Rush, and I only managed to play it for a few minutes because my router drops connection to Battlefield 3 servers like all the time. In fact, it's really pretty rare for me to be able to make it through an entire match of Battlefield 3 without my connection being dropped. So I would recommend you guys, if you play PlayStation 3, Battlefield 3, to not buy an Ubi router, UBEE, avoid those. This is the second one my internet service provider has tried to pawn off on me. It's the second one that's dropped my Battlefield 3 connections. So yeah, it's Aftermath DLC. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'm going to be talking about the crossbow in a moment, along with some crossbow close quarters montage clips, I suppose. Just because, you know, close quarters, there's a lot of people, it's the best place to test out new weapons, especially the crossbow. Crossbow has a pretty decent one-hit kill range, and it's really consistent at one-hit kills. In fact, it's more consistent than shotguns. The thing, actually, it might be a one-hit kill for its full range, so long as you don't hit your target in the legs. I really don't know, but it does have a lot of bullet drop and bullet time, so it's rather difficult to hit a moving target, and enemies that aren't too far away, I mean, they're kind of far away, but not really far away, you might hit them in the legs when you are expecting it to, you know, be a chest shot and something fatal. So it's kind of difficult to use. It takes a little bit of getting used to, but to be honest, this thing's better than a shotgun. And it does take up your gadget slot on your kit, so it's all class. You get the crossbow and primary pistols. You just don't get like your med kits, grenade launchers, rocket launcher, that sort of thing. So like that shot last back there wasn't a one-hit kill because hit him in the legs because of the bullet drop. Now I have two major game-breakingly big problems with this crossbow. First of all is that there's no arrow, no visible arrow left in your targets. And second of all is that shots to the knee are not fatal, so I can't make any Skyrim jokes here. So I don't know how I'm going to be able to play this game until DICE patches those two things. And the thing about the crossbow, I think that's supposed to balance it out, back on the serious note, is how long it takes to reload and just how much bullet time and bullet drop there is. So I mean, I don't know if it's really very balanced. It seems pretty powerful. I don't know. I haven't had anyone use it on me yet. I could probably get some pretty sweet clips if I just, you know, use this gun a lot. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope it helped you get an opinion on Aftermath and told you whatever it was you wanted to know. Peace.